Hello, my name is Hijack. I'm here with one of my dogs. Oh, the other one went somewhere. And we are here with another build for you. So, we have a build here with the Cursed Captain, and it is all about summoning. So,
What can I do for you?
the weapon itself here that we're going to be using, it doesn't summon itself. Okay, it kind of adds the aesthetic, if you will. I think you could probably use any of these weapons. It doesn't really matter. But I think that this one kind of adds the aesthetic a little bit. So there's a shark weapon, Jaws of the Abyss. Okay, and it does cause expose, which increases direct damage, and that actually will be helpful. And then the other one is devastating. I mean, devastating is when you do crits. It does 3 times as much damage instead of the normal, like on top of the normal like crit damage. So that's pretty good. The artifact power is a summon though. Okay, so this is going to cause distracted. Again, not great. I mean, probably some of the other weapons like they have other effects. Like this one causes bleed. Honestly, that might be better. Fragility is also good. Like that may be one. And then you have another one that does exposed here. So I think you could use any of these weapons. But again, I think for the aesthetic, we're trying to make a ghost pirate crew here. Okay. For the aesthetic, I think sharks really works. So we're gonna use that weapon. The runes. Okay. The important thing is we're basing this on summons. So there's 3 runes down here that are really useful. So there's probably another one here that I don't have, but the ones that I'm using are extra health, gives you your summons all 1 extra summon. I have something that reduces my damage, my direct damage, but then increases damage of all of my summons by 30%. And then I have something that increases my summon unit damage based upon how many summon units I have. We're going to be summoning a lot, so that helps significantly. And the last one here, I have something that reduces all damage that I cause by 50%, but I get an extra skill slot. Now, extra skill slot means extra summons, right? And if I understand this correctly, the my damage reduction shouldn't matter because all of my damage is done through summons, so that should be fine. Okay, now I always use these two pretty much unless I'm doing something different. So I have Weapon Expert, which gives me the second weapon ability to start with, and then I get an extra reroll every 5 levels. This just helps make sure that you get the build that you want. Okay. The last rune here is Skill Mastery, and this is critical for the build because we don't have almost any summons in our normal skill tree. So we need to click this, and there's a few things we're going to want here. So we're going to want all these summons down here, right? Okay, all 3 of these ones. You could add other summons. I don't think there anything in here. Now, that's going to help us. So I think that basically it's just these 3. And there's nothing else in here that's really going to help our summons very much. So you could take some of these if you thought that it would be useful. But I think, honestly, that they're not really going to be helpful. So these are the only 3 we want. You could pick 2 more if you wanted to, but I don't think we need to. So there we go. Those are the runes that we're going to use. The skill tree, I always like to show it even if it's not really, it doesn't really matter. I definitely don't have all of it filled out for the Cursed Captain. So you don't have to have the skill tree filled out. I mean, one thing that we do have is his skill, right, which allows him to get a ghost ship. Again, this definitely fits the aesthetic, the build that we're going for. So we're going to have a ghost ship as well. All right, well, let's get into it. So we're going to do max curse here. Let me just put this on. Sometimes I take this void presence off to make it a little easier on myself to test things. Okay, and we'll jump right in. So we're going to want to definitely get our summons. So that's going to be one of our main priorities. And then you can kind of go, I mean, whatever you want on top of that. Like you could go bleed or you could go crit, I think we'll try and go crit, but I don't think, you know, it particularly matters. The tentacles already do a ton of damage here. You can see that. And the sharks, you know, we'll turn up the VFX effect. And then we're just going to kind of wait until we have 10 levels here, and then we'll do that. Okay, so see the ghost ship up here? Might as well start grabbing this. There we go. Okay, then we'll take the ghost ship out. Alright. Ooh. Gotta watch out for that guy. He will do a lot of damage. Alright. So here's our first level up sequence, okay? Multicast is good. It will apply to our summons, so that's fine. Here we go. So, I think we'll lock this one, grab that, and then damage for any of our summons is great, so this is good. We can reroll here until we find another one, Skeletal Archers, grab that. We have damage modifier for the archers. Look at this, so all of these are thrust, right? So like all three of the summons we just got. So if we get this, you get multicast for all of our summons. That is really good, right? Reroll this. That. We'll see if we can find what we want. If not, it's okay. But we might as well use our rerolls here. So Ballista is one of the ones we're going to take, and I do actually think it's quite good. It has Cunning, and it has Piercing, so it's actually pretty good. So here we go. This is more crit. Again, the Ballista is even Thrust, so that gives it all of our summons there an upgrade. More damage, right? So now you'll see, once we get all of our summons out, that they are gonna do a lot of work. Oh. There we go, doing a lot of damage already. There we go. Nice. We got most of our crew already. Ooh. This guy will kill our summons, so you really have to be careful about that. But since it's not a, you know, the Lords of the Void aren't here right now, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we have a lot of levels here. Okay. I think the last one we may want to get something with Bleed. I'm just gonna grab that, and then pretty much anything that increases damage of our summons, that's what we're going to go for. So we'll just keep doing that. There we go. Well, speed is fine. Expansive. I actually think for this build, Eldritch Grasp is good. So I'm going to take this instead of the Bleed, but I think this last skill slot is a little bit flexible, depending upon what you want. We could go into crit a little bit. That might be good. And then, but whenever we see like something for our summons, grab that. Reroll that. I don't really care for upgrading the ship, although it's probably good. This is great, increasing the quantity of our units. That's great. This is awesome because all these 3 summons are shadow summons, so you can get damage modifier for them. Very good. Damage. Crit damage, damage of our Ballista, and things are just going to start falling down. It's damage is going to be quite high. Got a ghost ship, got our whole crew, our whole ship. Nice. And I technically we've got like a ghost Kraken on our side too, or Leviathan, I guess. Kraken? No, Kraken. Kraken. Yeah. I always get those two confused. There we go. Nice. Okay, got some level ups here. So damage modifier for anything with thrust. And interestingly enough, Eldritch Grasp is thrust, so this actually is really good for us. It even upgrades that. Cast frequency ballista, movement speed, pretty good. It's multicast. We can upgrade our shark ability, why not? Got crit damage, reroll that. Damage for the ballistas, crit chance, damage modifier for the summons. And then, ooh, got two interesting ones here. The multicast is probably better than the area modifier, and it does work for all of our summons, so you grab that. Oh yeah. Excellent, excellent. Oh. Killed some of my summons. Let's grab our ghost ship while we're at it. Well, it's pretty strong here. Nice.
The sea gods are smiling up at me.
And you know what's funny is the skeletons that we're using, I believe, are the Necromancer has those. So it's really meant for the Necromancer. I mean, I don't know if anything's really meant for anyone in particular in this game, but definitely Necromancer-esque units ability. But it also works well for the Cursed Captain. Got his ghost crew, skeletal crew. Alright, let's level up here. Cast frequency of Shark Tooth. Got cast frequency there. I think everything applying Doom is quite good. I think that helps our summons. We can grab that. Damage for the skeletal archers. Multicast of Eldritch Grasp. That's interesting. Damage of the mages. Cast frequency of the mages. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's looking good. I mean, getting everything we need here. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Thanks for the Soulstone.
Huh. Soulstone that I missed. Take out this tower up here. Grab the ship. Wow. Alright.
Come aboard, Demon.
Last sequence here.
Guaranteed that you'll get this one.
Nice. There we go.
Even the darkest night.
Look at how many guys you got. You got so many guys following you around. My gosh. Talk about a ghost crew. Okay, we'll level up here, and then we will go into the next boss area, so... the infinite boss area. Whatever that's called. We'll do... just kind of pick anything for now. Speed. Damage reduction. Crit. Okay. Looks good, looks good. I'm surprised, honestly, I'm surprised there's as much summons as there are.
Oh, I hear that great void roaring.
I guess each one there's a lot, right? Like 7, 12, 5, 5. So like there's a number at the top of your little summon card that tells you how many of each there can be at a time, I think. Yeah. At least it when you initially cast it, that's the number like that you cast, that you bring out. So yeah, that's the max you can have.
I just can't guarantee.
And the only way to increase the number of those is to get upgrades that increase that, you know, the max number. Alright. It's a little harder here, right? But the summons are still doing a significant amount of damage.
Soulstone claimed. The sea gods are smiling
Alright.
up at me.
Got some levels here. Let's use that. At this point, I do like to get a little bit of defense, but if we see something that's like better, like getting crit, that's good. Just damage. Summon damage. Ooh, this is a tough one. So we don't really want that. Probably multicast. Damage for skeletons is quite good. Cast frequency for Eldritch Grasp. I think we'll reroll that one. Cast frequency of mages, warriors, reroll, reroll, crit. Cast frequency of warriors. There we go.
The sweet spot. You're cursed now. Too late to turn back with the blow.
Okay, let's see how quickly these guys go down. Alright, ghost ship. Excellent.
It's been nice to meet you, Grace. Thanks for the Soulstone.
Alright, got some levels. Reroll. Ooh, interesting. Let's do multicast for the shark. The shark thing. Damage ballistas. Interesting. I think I really want that. Crit chance. Increased damage of doom. Well, that's really good. Awesome. Got a couple really good ones there.
I'm the Kraken, lads.
Nice, nice.
I can't wait to see him spill.
Next wave. Ooh, got hit. Nice.
My tail just got bloodier.
Alright.
Also,
Get a ghost ship. There we go.
oh, this beast wants a dance? Fine, I lead.
Alright, level 10. Or 10 levels. Crit. Critical chance of our summons. Experience bonus. Crit. Ooh, damage modifier of skeletons. Increased damage of doom. Got, let's see. Area modifier. That's alright. Need a little bit of that. Ooh, more area modifier.
Legendary. like me.
Very nice. Alright. Last guy down here, right? Somewhere. There we go. Awesome.
I lost my heart in a fight like that once. Still hurts, you know. Show me your teeth so I can knock 'em out.
Last wave here. Let's see if I can make it. Got one life down. Got our ghost ship. And here we are. There we go. The whole squad. Tentacles everywhere. Look at that. Very cool. Alright, well that'll be all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, let's take a look at our damage here. One thing I have noticed, look at how much damage the skeletal mages are doing. 1.1 billion. The skeletal archers and the ballistas also do, well, really the skeletal archers do a good amount too. And then the rest are kind of, the rest of the stuff's kind of just there. It's not doing much. The ghost ship especially is not doing a lot, right? But the skeletal mages are doing a ton. Now, if we go over here, and we can also see that the Fateful Strikes is doing 1.9 million. Or no, the effective damage is almost a billion as well. So it's a combination of like the skeletal mages and the doom effect that we kind of got from them that's really, doing damage. And then all of our summons are applying that too. So even though it may not look like they're doing as much damage, well, they are helping to make, establish this doom damage, right? So that's definitely something to consider, all right? Well, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, really appreciate the you stopping by and watching it. And
Void fragments for me.
if you have any suggestions for the build, right? Or if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.